Alright, let's go! Number 11, Doom 2016, with number 1 Sarcasm. We got Vega Central Processing today. What are we? Mission... Oh, we're on mission 12. That's right, because last time I did two levels. That's fine. This one's pretty short as well, as it turns out. The last 4 or so levels of this game do feel very, very short, and I think what lengthens them out ends up just being the combat. I am Vega! Where are we? That's right, teleporting back in.
With it, the means to contain the power of the well. We have a plan to send you there. Vega will walk you through the process.
Now, I do like this setting that, like, when you step outside, everything's all snowy and cool, and it's a very direct and stark contrast to everything else on Mars is dry and dusty and red. It looks really cool.
But it has been decided that we can use that power to send
I'm not really sure if...
I will not survive the procedure.
I don't know how I feel about it in terms of, like,
so I will walk you through the process.
Does it make sense against the rest of the Mars backdrop?
Doors have been secured. You will need to begin by finding a way in
and I suppose
the security systems.
It's not so bad because they do mention later that, like, this facility operates at, like, was it absolute zero? Although the cooling units are operating at absolute zero, so to keep that amount of heat from overloading the whole facility. I think for the what, just under an hour it took me to do the level, it was kind of cool. It was nice. Everything's nice and blue. The rest of the game is either like a bit more of a red or a grey. And there was the BFG division, or I can't remember which one it was, but there was like the green backdrop at one point, or green atmosphere at one point. That was really cool. And I think I missed an elite guard somewhere earlier in the level as well. Not in the level, in the game, I think. I know full well I missed that one rune, but that was my fault. Whoopsie. Going to make an attempt to get to work on the shotgun mastery. And I forgot how effective those grenades are. Super shot. Excuse me. Like I got the super shotgun and then immediately just forgot about the combat shotgun. But I don't know if that is just me being a dumbass, but whatever.
You should survive the surge.
I love how blasé he goes about saying that. It's like, there's an electrical field. It's gonna stop you, but you'll be fine, right? Nothing can kill you, right? And he's correct. And I do love that every time they're just like, oh yeah, you're going to face some kind of immense danger, or this would kill a normal man, and like, just rock up as if it's nothing. It's like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. Now this one, I imagine that this, and you'll see in the next episode as well, because I have already recorded that footage. See, I'm doing a lot more of like trying to deal with enemies while I'm in the air or trying to just take every spare opportunity to deal any kind of damage possible. My use of other weapons really increases compared to the last couple levels where it's, yeah, I'm really just maining the super shotgun, Gauss cannon, and rocket launcher. Like, yeah, they're still prominent, but I'm using the plasma gun, I'm using the chain gun, I'm using the assault rifle. Fucking literally everything. Like, I'd really like to see the difference in how I end up playing on, like, say PC, when I have a mouse instead of a really frustrating thumbstick that just can't get enough motion out of it. If I turn the sensitivity up too high, I can't aim properly. If I turn it down too low, I'm not moving fast enough. Ugh. I really would love a mouse for this.
My vital operating systems are now vulnerable. I recommend destroying my coolant system first. This will accelerate the destabilization process.
Like, I found just the DPS with the mobile turret is ridiculous. Like, it doesn't quite, it for sure does not stagger the same as the Gauss cannon or rocket launcher, but you want to take something out quickly, that thing is just gonna tear them to shreds, whatever the fuck it is. I did die a couple of times to this fight, and I think most of it was the lost souls. Almost every time was the lost souls, in fact. Like, when you know they're coming and it's just a couple of them, yeah, that's fine. They chuck a bunch of other everythings in there and the lost souls will fuck you up. Which is really why I love them, because half the time they're just kind of unassuming. But in a regular encounter like this, whoa, they became like the deadliest enemy I think I've come across thus far. Like a Baron of Hell, I can deal with a Baron of Hell. I'm probably going to take the easy way out and use the BFG, because why would I not? But they certainly don't creep up on me like a Lost Soul does. That also, on a successful run, does save me a couple times. Still have no patience for the shield guys. They're fucking shit. I think he's a shield guy as well. Very glad I got to him before anything else happened. Okay, I feel like I should have used the micro missiles there, but whatever. Old mate clipping through the box. I don't think I've done it before, but this run has had me clipping and watching other things clip more than a few times. It's always funny whenever I do see it. These fucking guys! Dude, the makyr creeps up out of nowhere. Yeah. Yeah. I just now took notice of how much damage that actually dealt. That's fucking insane! I was at 65 with a bit of armor. But that's probably my favorite thing about a nightmare run of this game, is that you're never, or I feel that in my case at least, I'm very rarely ever at a point where I'm not concerned about my health and armor. I'm always just running this fine line. I don't know, maybe I don't play it enough to get any better at it, or maybe that's just how Nightmare's meant to be. God damn if it doesn't fuck me up. Like oh, old mate got stuck in the corner. Actually, I'd love to know what he got stuck on there. There's nothing there. Unless they're just not meant to be able to walk through that. Or past those boxes? I don't know.
Access granted.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an apology real quick for so much map usage, because I
Access granted.
genuinely didn't expect to be spending this much time going out of my way for collectibles and shit. But yeah, I know it really breaks up the pacing. Sorry about that, but there are a fair few down moments. I think that was that last one, hot swap. Like, faster mod swaps I didn't get. But honestly, I'm not too fussed about that. I don't really swap anyway. I didn't put that skip in. I wanted to see the toy. I didn't do that. Also sorry about that, but whatever. Moving on. Yeah, there's really not much left to this level. And I wonder whether that's
Early tests of Vega's protoplasmic circuitry show
because,
temperatures exceeding
like, were they running
1.2
out of like, ideas for
173
level
times
design?
hotter than the surface of the sun. To contain this heat, a massive supercooled structure was built to house Vega's miles of circuitry and millions of processing centers.
Yeah, so it's kind of steamy in here, getting hot and heavy, you know. But I wonder whether it was like, okay, we're at the arse end of the game. We're gonna get you to the point. You're just gonna kill everything.
It took years to perfect. Destroy each of the 4 coolant generators. Once they are no longer functional, my primary systems should begin to melt down.
This fight, super fun. Killed me a couple times because I didn't realize what I was doing. I forgot how this fight works, but no, super fun. Because you can't win this fight until you complete the objective. They keep spawning. There is no end until you're done destroying those cooling vats. Let me finish my point of like, were they running out of level design, or were they just trying to get you to the point where it's like, okay, just start killing shit now. Like, you know your objective. It's simple. We're not trying to get from A to B. We're gonna put you where you need to be, and you're just gonna. Because, like I said, the level is padded with these big ass fights. Yeah. They're throwing some of the hardest demons at you, and they're throwing a lot of them at you as well. Ooh, very glad I got the Praetor upgrade that with the power-ups last longer. Otherwise this would have taken forever. Boom. I don't know why I didn't go straight after that Baron with the Berserk. Would have been really useful actually. See, now we can just fuck everything up. I'll forever hate a cyber mancubus. Great enemy design, but like in terms of creating something challenging to fight, love it.
Thank you.
It does its job well.
My core is located to complete this process.
In terms of like actually fighting it mid-game, they terrify the fuck out of me because they're difficult. It's not an easy monster to deal, or it's not an easy demon to deal with. It takes far too much punishment. Especially because it operates in a very different way to a regular mancubus that is gonna like try and flank you or get around so it has a direct line of sight. Nah, the cyber mancubus, its projectiles have gravity.
For you to gain
They
access
arc.
to my core, the demonic threat must be removed from the room ahead.
It's not just that they're tankier, which I don't mind that they're tankier. It adds again a whole other level of challenge to it, but they do terrify me. They're not easy to deal with at all. I'll say I'm so fucking glad that Eternal adapted the enemies so they all have very specific weaknesses. Because that's fucked. Cacodemons just... Again, it's an unassuming thing because it looks bulky, like it's gonna move really slow. And then it's just right on top of your ass. Sick of the pinkies. But every demon that takes a lot of punishment, and like I figured it out in the end, you want to be like inside them when you fire. But for a demon that takes the amount of punishment it does, it's a fucking pain in the ass to deal with. Because it just feels like you are being hit by a freight train. Love that though. The Revenant giving me a hand. He's beautiful. He's a good guy. Yeah, that was kind of the fuck this shit I'm out moment. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. You can just fuck right off. Did he summon that mancubus? Is that what I should have been doing with the mancubi the whole time? Just siege mode to the face. After I've already beaten the game, I've no more to record. It's just doing the editing and all this shit now, and I'm like, I'm finally thinking, should I have just shot them in the head? I'm also only now just remembering the tip that if it has a head, it's a weak spot. So don't mind me. Just
I am losing repairing capabilities. Control of
yeah, this was kind of unassuming because it would be cool for this music to like transition right into the combat music.
Destination set to the well's location. Now use the crucible to power it down, and the portal here on Mars will be closed.
I haven't played this in so long that I was expecting a fight,
Access to the well without a fight.
and there isn't one.
That's what you're looking for, isn't it?
I'm like, this is the final step. Like, you know, throw a Baron at me in this walkway, or throw a few pinkies or a mancubus or something at me. Nah, we found the core of Cybertron. We're here to shut it down and fuck it up. Woo! Yeah. This voice in my head has been very helpful, I will admit. You know, he's been here almost since the beginning, giving me upgrades and challenges and shit to do. I didn't like this GPS anyway. I think it's time to blow him up. I do love you can see into hell there. But that was I Am Vega. Very, very short level. Feels shorter than the last two, but the reason I didn't add the last level is because that took me much longer to get through, and I don't know how long my video is going to turn out yet. So I will see you all in hell though in the next and final episode of Doom 2016. Take it easy, guys.